like a diamond, you alone. You cut my heart like glass, just like that, like a lion.
Hey, listen. Dale Shores and I are writing this project together. He just went to the bathroom, but I heard a rumor with some show can't even be printed. The S Stir. And I've heard that he does me. I'm waiting to hear that toilet flush before he comes back. He impersonates me and tells stories about me, and I need y'all to go and report back to me and tell me what all he says about me.
Oh, what are you doing in my bag?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here. That's all I was doing, just sitting.
We're in it for the big thrill, in it for the big win. In it for the big thrill, in it for the big win.
How's it going, everyone? Lance Bass here, and I've got some great news. The Pop 2000 tour with yours truly, O-Town, Ryan Cabrera, LFO, and a special appearance by The Old Gays and more are coming to California's first Pride weekend of the year at Cathedral City LGBT Days.
Hello everybody, Nicholas Snow here on Promo Homo TV. You're watching an episode of Itinerary where we talk about out of this world experiences while being out in this world. And I'm so excited in this episode to preview Cathedral City's 6th annual LGBT Days and their program happening March 25th through the 27th, 2022, of course. It's California's first Pride celebration featuring live performances by Lance Bass and the Pop 2K Tour, the annual Bed Race and Parade, a new show by comedian Del Shores, who is waiting backstage to join us live, and artisan craft vendors, local parties, and more. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put up the address for you to find out all of the information, and I'm just going to give you a really quick overview right now of what's happening. So we have opening night March 25th at the City Hall in Town Square Park. There will be a KG 1065 opening party from 5 to 8 p.m., the lighting of City Hall at 7 p.m., Del Shores live at CV Rep at 8 p.m., and the CCBGA bar crawl from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., and can't wait to see Del Shores' show. You know, he's probably going to slap me when he finds this out. I've never seen him perform live. I've seen all of his plays, but haven't seen him perform live. March 26th, we have Saturday Heat. It's the festival and headline concert from 4 to 10 p.m. at Cathedral City's new amphitheater. You got to see it. I'll be seeing it for the first time up close. I've seen it driving by. And it's featuring the Pop 2000 tour hosted by Lance Bass with performances by multi-platinum artist O-Town, Ryan Cabrera, and LFO. And the doors open at 4 p.m. for the Channel Q, the Abbey GED Tea Dance and Lawn Party. With DJ Jeffrey and the Abbey Dancers, lawn games, contests, and prize giveaways, food trucks, drink specials, music, dancing, and more. And on Saturday, they're going to be featuring a very special guest, the Old Gays. They're being honored by the City Council, declaring March 26th as Old Gays Day in Cathedral City. And that's 4 p.m. on the 26th. And the 27th, is the Bed Race and Parade, and I'll be broadcasting it live on Promo Homo TV over on the Facebook page. So we have an action-packed show coming up. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. I have all three of my guests in the wings, and I'll be coming to them very quickly. Well, maybe not that quick. I have some people to thank. So for their support of my show, I want to thank DAP Health. One of their mottos is, "We welcome all people, period." I'm coming to you live from my home studio in the affordable housing complex associated with DAP. Also want to give a shout out to 849 Restaurant and Lounge, longtime supporters, and I'm a proud media sponsor of the LGBTQ Community Center of the Desert. Their mission: creating a vibrant community by helping LGBTQ people along the way. And I'm a proud media sponsor every year of Palm Springs Pride, and you can find 4 complete Pride parades at promohomo.tv, and of course look for my live broadcast every November. For their support in amplifying this network across the Twitterverse, I want to thank the hashtag I Love Gay campaign and my media partners, KGay1065 Palm Springs, the hashtag I Love Gay Palm Springs podcast, and gaydesertguide.lgbt. If you're having merch envy, you don't have to. I'm debuting the new Promo Homo TV baseball shirt. This is about as close to baseball as you're going to get me. But you can find all the shirts on Amazon or from the merch link at Promo Homo TV. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And anytime you're watching on Facebook, hit the bell to remind you. You'll get reminders of upcoming broadcasts. By the way, this is going out on all my social media platforms on March 22nd at 7 p.m. with the Facebook live premiere at 7 p.m. on March 23rd. To give you all the information you need about this March 25th, 26th, and 27th event, follow me on social media. Now, one more thing before I invite my lovely guest on screen is that one of the ways I support my network is with the support of the Promo Homo TV superstars who voluntarily subscribe to the network for as little as $10 a month. And if you subscribe in time, you'll be invited to my 60th birthday party on the patio at 849 Restaurant and Lounge, Sunday, April 24th from 3 to 5 p.m. Here are some of the people who have done just that.
And I just can't get enough of your energy. I just can't get enough. You're the light in the middle of the night, and I just can't get enough. Oh, 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 oh,
And now the moment you've all been waiting for, my 3 guests representing Cathedral City LGBT Days in no certain order. First of all, Del Shores. Hello, Del. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Fantastic. And we have Chris Parman, who is from the city of Cathedral City. Welcome, Chris.
Welcome. Thank you for the invitation. Glad to be on your show.
Thank you so much. And we have Ryan Heil from Sound Skills, the event producer. Ryan, am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
You are. Thank you very much, and good evening.
Good evening. So I'm going to speak with you, Chris, and then Ryan, and then I'm going to get Del to hang out for the rest of the show. Christopher, speak to us about the wonderful history of Cathedral City LGBT Days, and how it's evolved and how come it's become such a unique and special event.
Well, it started in 2015. In March of 2015, we probably had a few hundred people attend that. I think maybe even you were there at that
I
time, Nicholas.
was.
And over the years, it has grown, and now we have thousands of people. The picture you see behind me is from 2019, which was the last time we were able to have it in person. But it's just grown in popularity. We try to make it a pride event of our own and just have a really great time with it.
So it's 3 days this time, and I know you tried to do it last year, but ultimately had to cancel even an outdoor event. So I'm sure that everybody who participates is just so grateful that it is actually happening.
Right. This is about connecting the community together on 3 days. And, like I said, it's been 3 years since we've been able to do that. From our other events that we've had this year, we've had record crowds. I think we're going to have a record crowd again this year as well. Sound Skills, who is our new producer of the event this year, I think is doing a phenomenal job putting together a really great quality acts and really doing an outstanding job marketing this event. So I think we're going to have a really great time. Friends, neighbors, strangers, come out and meet them all.
It's always nice to meet a stranger because maybe they'll become a friend.
They were all friends were strangers at one time.
And some friends are still pretty strange. So, it's like, but that's why, we, I think that's a good time to ask you, Ryan, what actually goes into creating an event of this magnitude?
Wow. Well, as our first year as the city contractor taking over the production and obviously coming out of a very strange 2-year period, there was a lot of homework to be done. And Chris and his team at the city were fantastic in walking us through the archives of materials from years past. Really for us, understanding the community's engagement and involvement, the history of the event and the purpose in supporting the gay business community in Cathedral City as sort of the legacy and why City Council originated the project several years ago. And looking back at, the archive of talent and performances and understanding, the key signature moments like the bed race and how important those are to bringing out the community and fostering that sense. So once we had a sort of historical sense, we set out to look at what could we do that makes it unique, makes it refreshed and exciting again. And a big part of it also was the new availability of the amphitheater. And how do we leverage that and make that asset really shine for the city's benefit? So we went out of our way to create a multi-tiered talent package for the Saturday night and have sort of a headline festival 6-hour concert experience that really we could crystallize most of the planning around, but still pay obviously respect to that legacy of the bed race. And this year we moved that to be the closing event. We thought that it was an important way to kind of nod to the history of LGBT days while celebrating the night before some new and fresh approaches and in that beautiful new venue that we have.
Well, the bed race is spectacular, and I'm going to be broadcasting the bed race in its entirety on my Facebook page. So for the viewers, you can see that Facebook link below, or search Nicholas Snow and look for my public page on Facebook. Chris or Ryan, which of you is best suited to tell us which events are free, which are ticketed, and which events are 21 and older, and which events are open to the general public?
I can field that. The opening night event with the ceremonial lighting of City Hall and sort of opening cocktail party in the Town Square Park is free to the public. In fact, it is all ages. There'll be food trucks. There is a bar for those attendees who are 21 and over. But it'll be a really nice evening out in the Town Square Park after the lighting of City Hall. We'll have some entertainment sponsored by K-Gay, a DJ, their on-air host John Taylor, some prize giveaways and things like that. So the opening evening event on Friday is open to everybody in the community. Del Shore's event taking place after that, which we're very, very excited to have him perform. That's a ticketed event at the CV Rep, which begins at 8 o'clock. for folks who want to go laugh a lot and kind of.
Those tickets start at $29, and they're worth every penny. I promise you. And there's meet and greet packages above and beyond that, and there's a ticket link to all the ticket events at cathedralcitylgbtdays.com.
Yeah, and let me say, Dell's a hot ticket right now. There's not a lot of seats left for that, so we've been very thrilled to see the response to that. Saturday, the festival from 4 to 10 in the amphitheater is a ticketed event. However, the CCGBA, Cathedral City Gay Business Association, the 6-member bars will all be having their promotions on Saturday as well. So most of those events are open to the general 21 and over public who'd like to go to the CCBC pool party. Some of the other events, the Roost has a big lineup, as does AMP Sports Bar. All of those activities are also viewable on the website for people who want to go support the local business community throughout the day on Saturday.
And what is the ticket price for the concert?
Tickets range from $39 to, I believe it's $79 for the VIPs. And then there's a select number of premium experience VIP table packages. All of that's available on the website as well.
Okay.
And then Sunday, of course, the bed race, parade of beds, and what we're adding this year, a champagne brunch party in the Town Square Park. All free, open to the community. All ages are welcome. Again, we'll have food trucks, we'll have bars, we'll have the parade of beds, the lineup beginning at 10 a.m., hosted Bella DeBall. We'll have amazing, fun live music with a band called the Dreamboats. And again, KGay will be supporting that with John Taylor and their on-air DJs after the conclusion of the bed race, going until 2 p.m.
And will there be a community booths and tables at the bed race like there have historically been? Yes,
we have, I think at current count, 16 or 17 vendors that'll be setting up exhibitor booths. I believe about half of them are local community nonprofit organizations. So there'll be a great engagement for everybody there, whether you'd like to do a little bit of craft shopping for friends and family, or support the local nonprofits in the community and hear their messages and the services they're offering for the greater community. That'll all be available as well.
Okay. Before I let you, Chris, go and Ryan go and get into my interview with Dell, is there anything you would like to add that Ryan didn't address? And then I'm going to let Ryan answer the same question if there's anything that neither one of you mentioned that we should get out there.
I think Ryan did an excellent job, and as well as you, just kind of given the overview of the weekend, because it's just going to be a fantastic time. Want everybody to come out and have a wonderful time. The reason why Cathedral City really puts on the Pride event is, we want to celebrate the diversity of our community. We want to recognize all the contributions that the LGBT community has played in the Cathedral City area. And then we also want to let people know that Cathedral City is a gay-friendly town to live, shop, stay, play, all those kind of things that you want to do. And so this is our way of saying, hey, we support the LGBT community. We want you here, and we want you to have a great time here in Cathedral City.
Now, tell me how the response has been to the new amphitheater. I know you're getting like over 100 people every week for your free yoga.
Yeah, the yoga class has been outstanding. The amphitheater is still in production. It's not complete yet, but it's going to, especially this fall, this is our last event for the amphitheater this season. Next fall, we have, I think almost every weekend, there is going to be an event in the amphitheater. It's all the groups are wanting to use it. We have the Palm Springs Women's Jazz Festival that's coming in November for a 3-day event there at the amphitheater. So come out and take a look at it this weekend, and then you're going to be surprised at how wonderful it's going to be by this fall.
Fantastic. Chris, Ryan, what would you like to add?
I just like to add how excited we are for everything, and we're very happy with the lineup. We think that we've created something for everybody, for families, for the bar-going crowd, for the foodie crowd, for the champagne brunch. We're very excited to bring back the bed race and all the excitement that comes with that. We encourage everyone to put together their teams and go to the website and register. We still have a few slots left in the race. And we're very thrilled to work with Dell and the Saturday Night Town as well as and all of the partners that have come out to support it, from the CCGBA to Agua Caliente Casinos, our media partners at Channel Q and KGay. We're just really excited and thrilled to be part of the community this year and hope that we can put on a great show for everybody.
And
Fantastic. Go ahead.
And I've told Ryan for the bed race, because he's adding champagne to it, that we need a champagne spray down for the fastest team at the end.
And maybe it will be the firemen or the fire people or the police people. They're
I have some really good
genders.
ringers. I have the good ringers for the city administration that used to be the Friends of College of the Desert.
Oh, okay then. And we've seen those photos. By the way, when I was saying that I was going to be broadcasting the bed race live on my Facebook page, one of my viewers, his name's Aaron, he goes by Elk Whistle on YouTube, says, I can't wait to see it. So he's going to tune in. So Ryan, you have said that Del Shore is a hot ticket. Del Shore's play is a hot ticket, no surprise. But Chris, before I let you and Ryan go, why don't you talk about the special love that Cathedral City has for Del Shores?
Well, first of all, Del Shores is just hot. So, that's another thing. But we have embraced Del Shores completely and wholeheartedly. Who better than Del Shores, the creator of Sordid Lives, to come and be a part of LGBT Days again? We had Del come out the very first time. We did a replay of Sordid Lives at the Mary Pickford Theater. I have to tell you a cute story. I was emailing him and I said, how do we get you from the hotel to the Mary Pickford? And I said, I'm going to throw out some crazy, and I hope you don't get offended, but would it be okay if we put you in a hearse and brought you from the DoubleTree to the Mary Pickford? And his response was, heck yes. But it was a little bit more, I don't know if your airwaves are FCC controlled or not, but it was that way. So we did,
yeah.
And he was a great sport for that.
It was not a great sport, Chris. That's when I fell in love with you.
Aww.
Control my beating heart. So
I love Cathedral City, and Chris, thank you for all that you do. Ryan, it's great to meet you here virtually, and I look forward to meeting you this weekend.
Thank you very much.
And Del, who I'm talking to next, has stepped away. So
my earbud is dying. My earbud's dying. I'm going to have to do one at a time.
Oh, whatever works best for you. But I'm glad that I wasn't all alone and I hadn't quite said goodbye to Ryan and Chris. But gentlemen, I'll do that now. You can watch backstage or later. I know, Chris, you want to eat dinner, but thank you for joining me tonight in prime time.
Thank you, Nicholas.
You're welcome. And thank you, Ryan. Bye. So, Del, last but not least, your show is called The Shit Stirrer. And your friend that nobody knows about, nobody knows who he is, Leslie Jordan, who actually, I'm joking because he's become more famous during the pandemic than I think he could even have ever dreamed, was giving you shit about The Shit Stirrer. Tell me about your new show.
This is so crazy because it started in San Francisco. I did the first time ever for The Shit Stirrer was in at the Oasis there in August of 2019. And I thought, I'm going to try this out here right before I direct my new play, This Side of Crazy, that was opening at New Conservatory Theater Company there. And then, of course, we know what happened. I mean, I came back to LA. I directed This Side of Crazy. I did 2 more shows while I was doing that here in LA. And then it was over. And so I was just on pause, forever. And the great thing about, I shouldn't say great because it sounds grand. But what I love about this show is that it can evolve and it can change with the times, with whatever's going on, because it's just about me and what's going on with me and my Twitter following and who's blocked me this week. And so it's a lot of fun. I love this show. It's very sexual and or the lack of. So we talk frankly, and it's unscripted, unlike Six Characters in Search of a Play. So at the beginning of the show, I talk about how, during the pandemic, I just became like an old Southern woman, like shuffling around the house with my chihuahuas and feeding birds and planting tomatoes. And then embracing, at age 64, I've decided I'm just going to say whatever the fuck comes in my head. So I hope that language is okay.
It's fine.
Anyway, but it's good to see you. You look great, by the way.
Thank you so much. You and I have known each other for decades, and I've had the honor of reporting about your work since the Zephyr Theater.
It's been a long ride for us, and I just love how slick your show is. It's fantastic.
That means a lot coming from you. Now, congratulations on your daughter's nuptials.
Oh, that just happened less than 2 weeks ago. And, my youngest daughter, Caroline, married the love of her life, Max, who I absolutely adore. And it was just a beautiful ceremony with Emerson Collins officiating. And
it sounds like another one of your movies, frankly.
It was, first of all, my daughter is a very organized, controlling human being. I don't know where she got that from. But she produced that wedding so efficiently and so well. I was so proud of her. And she was like, Dad, I don't want anything to go wrong. I said, oh, honey, we want things to go wrong. We can talk about them years from now. But, nothing went wrong. It was so beautiful.
What I love about your creative family and your biological family and the evolution of your relationships, your former in-laws have become huge friends and been with you all along, and they've been part of your troupe of actors. You just personify family in your life.
Well, by the way, they're coming for me. Do you hear? The sirens are happening. I think that I love that what you just said, because I feel like that we absolutely create our families, and we have our biological families, and I'm really, really close to my ex-wife and her family and my two daughters. I'm so fortunate that I was so messed up that it took me forever to come out, because I have these two amazing daughters. We are the sum of us. But with the work and with the real family, the blood family and the in-laws, and I do, you're right, I have this beautiful family, and the sorted family, the kind of family that we all created so over 25 years ago on stage, and so many of us are just very, very close still to this day. You talk about Leslie and how not many people love the pandemic, but the pandemic was very good to Mr. Jordan. And he just, talked on Instagram, and people saw what we saw. It kind of makes me emotional, because I knew for years how brilliant and how funny and how wonderful he was, and now the world does. And what's beautiful about Leslie is he doesn't change his friendship with you. Some people do, when they get successful. But
it would be so strange, though, if you, of all people, were someone he changed his relationship with, because, there would be no Leslie Jordan without you, and vice versa in some ways when you look at the creative success of your relationship with each other.
Yeah, our work is very intertwined, and I hope I can afford him next time around. I've never paid him well, but
Well, maybe now that he doesn't need the money, he's happy to just work for whatever you can afford.
it's like, I mean, let's be honest. He doesn't give a shit what I say on stage about him. He did that for me because he loves me and he wanted to promote my show.
Oh,
You know,
sure.
and he didn't have to, but we still hang out. We text daily, and
And recently you were at lunch together, not so recently, but you had posted it was nice that he picked up the check.
yes, he did. That's new. Um, but
You have a new book out.
I do. Thank you for plugging it. It comes
Honey,
out.
I am the promo homo.
I appreciate you so much because I always say I'm a publicity whore, and I've met my match. Yeah, again, sometimes our the curses in our lives become blessings, and one of the things that happened during the pandemic was I was just stuck here, and all of us didn't know what to do. I mean, we just were like, what do we do? I mean, as you can suspect, I'm an extreme extrovert. So it was not easy for me not to hug my children and not to see my friends. And because we didn't know what to do, or nobody could visit. And, Ralph's is delivering groceries and you're putting alcohol on them. And so every night I would just like drink wine. I'm still drinking wine at night. And I would go live on Facebook and just started finding things that I had written, and it was called Sorted Bedtime Stories with Del. And so I found these stories that I had written in 2006 and 7 that became the source material for Sorted Lives, the series. And I had written 19 chapters, and just when the series was greenlit, I abandoned them and just put them away. And so one day I was looking on, remember Notes on Facebook, and I was on Sorted Lives, the series Facebook page, and I saw these notes, and I found all of these chapters, 19 chapters. So I started reading them aloud. And people loved them. And, every night we all gathered and I would read a chapter. And at night, after 19, there were no more. And my crazy loyal fans, they said, we want more. And I had a little time on my hands. So I just started writing. And so I finished the book during the pandemic, all these years later. And it's coming out on March the 31st.
Well, I think that's fantastic. That's just beautiful. Now, were you surprised when I shared at the top of the show that I've never seen you on stage?
I didn't know that. That's a
I
little bit. I'm not mad at you, but
no,
it's a
I
little bit.
cannot. I'm for the life of me. I don't know why I haven't seen you on stage, but I have made it a point that I will be seeing your show opening night of Cathedral City LGBT
Well, opening
Days.
night is the only night. So I
Right,
hope I hope
exactly.
it's a good opening night. I hope I have a good show that night.
Well, I'm just gonna, while you're here, run it down again. So, actually, you know what I should do while I'm doing this, because as you say, I have a fancy show, is put the website up there.
There you go.
So,
Grab your ticket, y'all. There's some left.
yeah, there's some left. So the opening night of Cathedral City LGBT Days is, of course, Friday the 25th, which is the opening and the closing night of this particular performance by Del, the Shit Stirrer. And he's going to give us some dish about Leslie Jordan and who knows what else. Looking forward to that. And of course, March 26th, so much going on. The 6-hour music festival featuring the Pop 2000 tour hosted by Lance Bass, featuring O-Town, Ryan Cabrera, LFO. We've got the Old Gays, the Bed Race. It's all available, everything that's happening at Cathedral City LGBTdays.com. Is there anything that you would like to add that we haven't talked about?
Well, you know what I would like to add is in 2019, I was the Grand Marshal of Knoxville Pride, and as I was looking back, it was the last time I got to be at a Pride because everything just shut down. And I usually have like 1 or 2 prides a year where I am headlining, or I'm a grand marshal, or whatever, or just attending as a person to support and to be a part of. And as you were showing all the pictures, it made me very emotional. I thought, boy, I've missed it. I've missed the camaraderie. I've missed the people. I've missed the hugs. I've missed the adoration of standing on stage and people clapping and applauding. And so I think it's going to be, I'm supposed to be, funny, but when I think about walking on stage and taking the mic and being there because we're proud of who we are, it makes me emotional and grateful. I'm so grateful that we can do it again.
So am I. Well, the purpose of Promo Homo TV is connecting the circuitry of humanity by creating programming for LGBTQ plus everyone, which you do. And I'm so glad my humanity is connected to yours.
Well, same. It's very, very mutual. We go so far back, and I so appreciate your voice and what you do for our community.
Thank you, Del. Before I play the closing reel, last word, I'm going to let you say whatever you want, and I'm not going to say another word. I'm literally not going to say another word after you say it, other than you can hang out after the reel and we can have some offstage chatter.
Well, first of all, I love the desert. I love Palm Springs, Cathedral City, Rancho Mirage. I've had a big love affair with all of you for so many years. I've performed so many times there, and I am excited about coming back. So thank you for including me in this. And all of you who have tickets, thank you. If you don't, get them. And if you can't remember anything else, just go delshores.com. All the links are there. And I'll see you soon.
And I'll see you soon.